When it's all said and done, you worked 40 years and you're ready to call it quits. I'm sure that we all would like to believe that CPP would be there for us. After all, CPP is something that many of us look forward to. It's one of the biggest benefits that we have at retirement that the government provides to us. However, lately the conversation has been a little different. Will CPP vanish? Or what is the future of CPP? Will CPP last? And if it's not there, then what are we going to do? I will answer this question in today's discussion, explaining what the future is going to hold in terms of the sustainability of collecting CPP for all of us and what needs to be done for us to keep CPP. But first, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Show the channel some love, if you may. In case you haven't met me before, my name is Leon Mann, and I'm a licensed wealth consultant with Money Assist Financial. And what I do, I help hardworking individuals add an additional multiple 6 to 7 figures to their retirement portfolio. And I also help them to protect the hard-earned money during retirement. Now, when it comes to CPP, CPP is not a private pension. It is a publicly funded pension that is contributed by employees, it is contributed by employers, it is contributed to by investment companies. At last reported, CPP has hundreds of billions of dollars in funds, in assets. So in terms of the CPP vanishing out of thin air, very unlikely to happen. However, I will mention that there are risks in terms of sustainability. For example, there's a large contingency of retirees at the moment. The question is, are these people that are retiring going to be replaced by younger workers within the workforce, right? So we have to have an equal amount of people joining the workforce to replace the ones that are retiring. If there is a shortage of people unable to replace the people that are retiring, then it can put a strain on the system, especially if this happens for a prolonged period of time. If there is not much replacement, remember the people that are working, they are the contributors to CPP. So the people that are working are basically doing that to support the people that are retiring or people on CPP, right? So that's the first thing, is sustainability can be a little bit of a question mark. Second is the cost of living. Cost of living for healthcare, for groceries, for other household items, and for utilities, housing. All of this is increasing. One CPP check alone, even if it's monthly, may not be enough to cover the high cost of living. Remember, CPP is intended to be a base income. It is not intended to support your entire retirement income, right? So only a portion of those expenses may be able to be supported by CPP, even if there is a monthly check. So you have to find alternative ways to fully make up your retirement income for a full-time job. Third are government policies or political impact. At any given point, remember that the government have the power to change the contribution rate of CPP, and also they can change the eligibility for people to join CPP, as well as change the tax treatment, for example, especially during your years of using CPP. So when it comes to political impact, CPP can also be affected. Biggest risk is relying too much on CPP. Imagine if you retire and you still have mortgage to pay, if you still have to contend with the high cost of food. Also, if you do not have sufficient savings, what's going to happen? You're going to rely on CPP and you're not going to achieve the type of retirement that you would like. This is why a lot more people are heading back to work, especially after they retire, because CPP is simply not enough. So what can you do? Number one, it's best to look up your CPP estimates on your CRA website, and you want to project how much CPP you are eligible to receive. Estimated how much CPP you will receive simply by looking at your My CRA website, right? The other thing is you want to have other streams of income in the form of investments, such as TFSAs, RRSPs, because these can turn into income during retirement. Third is you want to delay your CPP if you can as much as possible until age 70, where you get a larger payout and you have a chance to enjoy the rest of your retirement. Fourth is you want to have protection in place to protect your income plan. For example, there could be a market downturn, there could be a change in the taxation, or you may pay too many taxes, for example, right, in terms of structuring, and other expenses such as healthcare. So you want to have something in place in the form of insurance or in the form of an emergency fund. Now, here's the thing. CPP is not gonna disappear, but your lifestyle is in jeopardy of disappearing, because when you factor in inflation rates, for example, you may not be able to have the same lifestyle when you retire if CPP, for example, is strained. So what is it going to take? Well, first of all, guys, you have to remember that CPP is only the foundation. It is not the entire house. The people who are going to be retired and be prepared, they have government benefits in addition to investments and tax strategies, as well as income protection in place to protect them. So if you found value in this presentation, by the way, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, or drop a comment down below. And also check out my channel for some other YouTube videos where we turn it up a notch. Until next time, peace and love. Take care.